Have you ever wondered if a small, simple object could hold the key to profound peace, unshakable protection, and spiritual transformation? What if I told you that this object is already within your reach, right in your home, waiting to unleash its divine power? Padre Pio, one of the most beloved saints in history, has a message for you, a message that could change your nights and your life forever. In a world filled with uncertainty and spiritual battles, the Rosary stands as a beacon of hope and a shield against darkness. Padre Pio called it his weapon, a tool so powerful that even the forces of evil tremble at its presence. But beyond its power in prayer, keeping a rosary under your pillow is a sacred practice with profound spiritual benefits that many people overlook. Tonight, we delve into the secrets of this holy weapon, exploring the 5 life-changing reasons why you should place a rosary under your pillow. This is not just a devotional act. It's a pathway to deeper faith, divine protection, and spiritual peace. Whether you're facing challenges, seeking guidance, or yearning for a closer connection with God, this simple habit could hold the answers you've been searching for. Throughout his life, Padre Pio lived a profound devotion to the Rosary, carrying it with him at all times. He prayed it fervently, referring to it as a lifeline to heaven. His teachings and experiences reveal the hidden power of this humble string of beads, a power that is accessible to all who embrace it with faith. Stay with us as we uncover the mysteries of the Rosary and its role in spiritual warfare. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand why Padre Pio treasured it so deeply, but also how incorporating this simple act into your nightly routine can protect your soul and draw you closer to God. If you're ready for this journey, type Amen in the comments and prepare to be transformed. Padre Pio's life was a testament to unwavering faith and devotion, and at the heart of his spirituality was the Rosary. For him, it was not just a prayer but a lifeline, a sacred connection between heaven and earth. He described it as his weapon, one that he wielded in the battle against evil, temptation, and despair. Throughout his days, Padre Pio was rarely seen without a rosary in hand or nearby. Whether it was wrapped around his arm, resting on his nightstand, or tucked under his pillow, Padre Pio's relationship with the rosary was deeply personal and profoundly inspiring. He often recited up to 34 rosaries a day, even during moments of illness or immense physical suffering. This tireless dedication was rooted in his belief in its spiritual power. To him, every bead held the potential to invoke divine grace, strengthen his connection with the Virgin Mary, and protect him from the snares of the devil. Padre Pio referred to the rosary as a jewel and a shield, emphasizing its dual role in spiritual life. On one hand, it adorned his soul with divine grace, and on the other, it shielded him from spiritual harm. Even as he faced relentless attacks from the devil, he found solace and strength in the rosary. In one poignant moment, when asked by fellow friars about his weapon, Padre Pio held up his rosary and declared, "This is the true weapon." To his spiritual children, Padre Pio imparted the importance of the rosary. He encouraged them to embrace it not just as a ritual, but as a way of life. He advised, "Love Our Lady and make her loved always. Recite the rosary." His words continue to resonate today, inspiring countless souls to deepen their faith through this sacred prayer. For Padre Pio, the rosary represented a spiritual tradition handed down through generations. He once said, "If we do what we have always done, what our fathers did before us, we cannot go wrong." This connection to the past, combined with its enduring power in the present, makes the rosary a timeless anchor for those who seek divine guidance and protection. Even in his final days, Padre Pio clung to the rosary as a source of comfort and strength. He left behind a legacy of love for this prayer, urging others to turn to it in times of need. Today, his example serves as a powerful reminder that the rosary is more than a prayer. It is a pathway to grace, a shield against darkness, and a profound expression of faith. 5 compelling reasons to place a rosary under your pillow. Reason 1. A spiritual anchor during life storms. Imagine the stillness of night when the world seems at rest, yet your soul feels vulnerable. This is often when our minds wander, and spiritual attacks are most likely to occur. The rosary, placed under your pillow, acts as a powerful anchor, grounding your spirit in divine protection during these quiet hours. Padre Pio himself described the rosary as a shield, capable of defending us from the devil's nocturnal assaults. By having it near you while you sleep, you create a sanctuary of grace, a sacred space where negative forces cannot penetrate. Think of the rosary as more than just beads. It's a physical manifestation of your faith and connection to God. In moments of anxiety or fear, Simply holding the rosary brings comfort and reminds you of God's ever-present protection. The presence of the rosary under your pillow also serves as a nightly declaration of your trust in God, reinforcing your spiritual strength even when you are at your most defenseless. Padre Pio knew this power intimately. When he faced attacks from the devil, he turned to the rosary as his weapon, invoking its sacred protection to guard his soul. By placing a rosary under your pillow, you are following his example, ensuring that your rest is infused with the peace and grace of God's presence. Reason 2. A constant reminder of the power of prayer. When you place the rosary under your pillow, it becomes more than just a tool for protection. It transforms into a spiritual alarm clock, reminding you of the central role prayer plays in your life. As the last thing you touch before falling asleep and the first object you encounter upon waking, the rosary ensures that your day begins and ends with God. This simple gesture reconnects you with the divine, instilling a habit of seeking God's guidance and protection no matter the time of day. In the stillness of night, as the world fades into slumber, our minds often become crowded with worries, regrets, or lingering questions about the future. These moments, unguarded and quiet, are an invitation for the enemy to sow seeds of doubt, fear, and distraction. Yet, by placing the rosary under your pillow, you are actively countering these attacks. It serves as a spiritual beacon, drawing your thoughts back to God, even in the moments before sleep overtakes you. Padre Pio emphasized the importance of ending the day in dialogue with God, thanking Him for His blessings and entrusting Him with tomorrow's uncertainties. But the rosary under your pillow does more than safeguard your nighttime hours. It prepares you for the day ahead. Imagine waking each morning to find a rosary, a tangible symbol of your faith, already in your hands. This moment becomes your invitation to start the day in prayer, asking for the grace and strength to meet its challenges. Just as Padre Pio encouraged his followers to keep their minds fixed on God through prayer, this practice aligns your heart and spirit with the divine before you even rise from bed. Furthermore, this nightly practice builds a routine of gratitude and dependence on God. It transforms the mundane act of going to bed into a sacred ritual where your soul finds rest in His presence. Through the repetition of this simple act, you are constantly reminded that God's love and protection are as close as the rosary itself. The rosary, cradled beneath your pillow, becomes a testament to your unwavering faith, a silent but profound act of devotion. Padre Pio believed in the transforming power of consistent prayer. He often said, "Pray, hope, and don't worry," underscoring how prayer brings peace amidst life's challenges. By embedding the rosary into your nightly routine, you're not only fortifying your spirit, but also embracing the peace that comes from entrusting your life to God. Reason 3. Entrusting yourself to the maternal protection of the Virgin Mary. Placing a rosary under your pillow is not merely a devotional act. It is a heartfelt gesture of trust in the loving intercession of the Virgin Mary. As our Heavenly Mother, Mary has been entrusted by God to guide, protect, and comfort us. Padre Pio often spoke of the rosary as a bridge to Mary's maternal care, calling her the refuge of souls. By keeping the rosary close while you sleep, you symbolically rest under her mantle, seeking her protection during your most vulnerable moments. Mary is not just a distant figure of reverence. She is a compassionate mother who intercedes tirelessly on our behalf. When we sleep, she watches over us, much like she watched over Jesus as a child. With the rosary under your pillow, you align your soul with her unwavering love and invite her into the sacred space of your dreams. It is during these hours that Mary's grace can work in mysterious ways, bringing clarity, healing, and strength to your spirit. The Hail Mary, a cornerstone of the rosary, serves as a channel through which we connect deeply with Mary. As we repeat these sacred words, we are reminded of her unparalleled role in God's plan for salvation. Each bead of the rosary under your pillow becomes a link to her heart, drawing you into her embrace and helping you to trust in her powerful intercession. Padre Pio's devotion to Mary was profound, and he often described her as his greatest ally in the spiritual battles he faced. In his darkest hours, he turned to her for solace and strength. He knew that the rosary was not just a prayer, but a means of staying spiritually close to Mary, whose maternal love is a beacon of hope for all who seek God. Through the rosary, you too can experience the reassurance of Mary's presence, even when life feels overwhelming. But the rosary is not just about seeking Mary's protection. It is also a way to imitate her virtues. Her humility, obedience, and unwavering faith in God are reflected in every mystery of the rosary. As you keep the rosary near you, you are reminded to embody these virtues in your own life. Mary's example inspires us to face life's challenges with grace and to trust in God's plan, no matter how uncertain the path may seem. By entrusting yourself to Mary through the Rosary, you invite her to intercede in your life's struggles and triumphs. Whether you seek comfort during difficult times, protection from spiritual harm, or guidance in discerning God's will, Mary is there to support you. She leads you closer to her Son, Jesus, helping you deepen your faith and live a life rooted in love and devotion. Padre Pio often said, "Love the Madonna and make her loved always." Recite the Rosary. By placing the Rosary under your pillow, you take this love from Mary to heart, embracing her as your mother and protector. Through her intercession, the peace and grace of God flow more abundantly into your life, transforming even the most ordinary nights into opportunities for spiritual renewal. Reason 4. The Rosary as a powerful symbol of faith and transformation. The Rosary under your pillow serves as a tangible reminder of the transforming power of faith. For Padre Pio, the Rosary was not simply a prayer. It was a spiritual lifeline, a daily commitment to God that anchored him amidst life's trials. By keeping the Rosary close at night, you are symbolically renewing your connection to God and inviting Him into your life, especially during moments of rest and vulnerability. Each time your hand brushes against the Rosary under your pillow, it becomes an invitation to grow deeper in your relationship with God. Padre Pio often spoke about the importance of consistency in prayer, emphasizing how the Rosary helps us cultivate virtues like patience, perseverance, humility, and faith. These virtues are not just ideals but tools for spiritual growth and transformation, shaping our hearts to reflect the love of Christ. During our sleep, the human mind is more open to spiritual influences, free from the distractions of the day. The Rosary under your pillow acts as a spiritual guide, helping you stay aligned with God's grace even in unconscious moments. Padre Pio's unwavering faith in the Rosary as a weapon against sin and despair is a testament to its power. He believed that touching or holding the Rosary could inspire a deeper commitment to live a life of holiness. The Rosary has a unique ability to connect us with sacred mysteries. As you sleep with it under your pillow, you are symbolically meditating on the life, death, and resurrection of Christ. This spiritual connection doesn't end when you wake. It carries over, influencing your thoughts, actions, and choices throughout the day. It is as if the peace and grace of prayer weave themselves into the very fabric of your being. Padre Pio believed that the Rosary had the power to transform not only individuals but entire families. By praying the Rosary, he often said, families could find healing, unity, and renewal. Keeping the Rosary under your pillow extends this prayerful influence to your home, creating an atmosphere of faith that can positively impact your loved ones. Moreover, the Rosary reminds us of the sacrifices made by Christ and Mary for humanity's salvation. Each bead is a call to surrender your burdens, embrace hope, and trust in God's plan. It serves as a quiet yet persistent reminder that no matter what struggles you face, God's love and mercy are always within reach. Padre Pio's own life exemplified the transformative power of the Rosary. Despite immense suffering, both physical and spiritual, he found strength and purpose through this prayer. His devotion teaches us that faith is not just about seeking blessings, but about enduring hardships with grace and courage. When you place the Rosary under your pillow, you are following in his footsteps, committing to a life of unwavering trust in God's divine will. Let the Rosary be more than a keepsake or a routine. It is a declaration of your faith, a tool for spiritual renewal, and a symbol of the peace that comes from living a life centered on God. With every touch, you reaffirm your dedication to growing closer to Him and living out the virtues embodied by Mary and Christ. Reason 5. The Rosary as a shield of protection against evil. When you place the Rosary under your pillow, you are not merely participating in a tradition, you are building a fortress of spiritual protection. Padre Pio referred to the Rosary as his weapon, a divine shield against the attacks of evil. This simple yet profound act creates a barrier that shields your mind, body, and spirit from the forces that seek to disrupt your peace and faith. Nighttime is a vulnerable period. It is often in the stillness of the night that anxieties and fears emerge, magnified by the darkness. Spiritual attacks can manifest as disturbing dreams, sleeplessness, or a sense of unease. The Rosary under your pillow becomes a beacon of divine light, guarding against these assaults and keeping your soul anchored to God's protection. Padre Pio knew the power of the Rosary in combating the devil's schemes. On many occasions, he experienced direct attacks from demonic forces, but he always held steadfast to his Rosary, calling it his lifeline. The presence of the Rosary by your side at night serves as a constant reminder that God and the Virgin Mary are ever watchful, ready to intercede on your behalf. Moreover, the act of placing the Rosary under your pillow establishes a physical connection to your faith, even in unconscious moments. This tactile link can offer comfort when you wake in the middle of the night, unsettled by worries or spiritual unrest. Touching the Rosary can redirect your thoughts from fear to prayer, transforming moments of vulnerability into opportunities for grace. Padre Pio taught that prayer is not only a means of communication with God, but also a spiritual weapon. Each beat of the Rosary represents a step closer to divine protection, a defense against despair, and a source of courage. As you sleep with the Rosary beneath your pillow, it becomes a silent prayer, a spiritual safeguard that continues its work even as you rest. Keeping the Rosary close also reinforces a sense of trust in God's power. When the challenges of life weigh heavily on your heart, the Rosary reminds you that no burden is too great for God. It is a call to surrender your struggles to Him, trusting in His mercy and wisdom. Through the Rosary, you can find peace even in the most tumultuous times. Beyond individual protection, the Rosary under your pillow extends its blessings to your home. Padre Pio often spoke of the importance of sanctifying the spaces we inhabit, and the Rosary is a tool for creating an atmosphere of holiness. Its presence radiates peace, discouraging negative influences from taking root within your household. Finally, the Rosary is a reminder that spiritual battles are not fought alone. By embracing this sacred weapon, you join a community of believers across generations who have relied on its power. From the humble prayers of everyday people to the devotion of saints like Padre Pio, the Rosary has been a source of strength and victory for countless souls. In the quiet hours of the night, let the Rosary under your pillow be a testament to your faith, a shield against darkness, and a bridge to God's unwavering love. Each night you rest with the Rosary is another night spent in the safety of divine grace, preparing you to face each new day with renewed strength and courage. As we've journeyed through the profound reasons why Padre Pio believed in the transformative power of the Rosary, it becomes clear that this sacred practice is not merely a ritual, but a lifeline to God's grace. The Rosary is a bridge to the divine, a shield in the spiritual battles we face, and a source of immense comfort and peace. By keeping the Rosary under your pillow, you are embracing a centuries-old tradition that unites you with the faithful across time and space, guided by the wisdom of saints like Padre Pio. In the stillness of the night, as your heart opens to rest and reflection, the Rosary under your pillow becomes an anchor for your soul. It's not just a symbol of faith, it's a declaration of trust in God's protection and a step closer to embracing His will in your life. Padre Pio's devotion to the Rosary was a testament to its power, and his life's testimony invites us to experience this same power in our own lives. So tonight, as you prepare to rest, place the Rosary beneath your pillow with intention. Whisper a prayer to the Virgin Mary, asking for her intercession, guidance, and protection. Let this simple act transform your nights into moments of divine connection and spiritual renewal. Before you go, we invite you to take part in this sacred journey with us. Comment below, share your thoughts or experiences with the Rosary. Write, "I trust in God's protection," as a personal declaration of faith. Subscribe to the channel, join a growing community of believers dedicated to deepening their faith and living the teachings of Padre Pio. Like and share. Spread the power of the Rosary by sharing this video with friends and family who may be seeking peace, guidance, or protection in their lives. Finally, let's honor Padre Pio's enduring legacy by dedicating ourselves to the prayer he cherished most. Recite the Rosary tonight, knowing that you are not alone in your journey of faith. Together, let us keep this powerful devotion alive and witness the blessings it brings to our lives. Are you ready to experience the transformative power of the Rosary? Let's begin this journey together, one prayer at a time. See you in the next video, and may God's blessings be with you always.